Hey, running a little bit late today, guys. Had to go do a little bit of shopping, and you can imagine the sticker shock. That's right. Wow. What's interesting though is I noticed that gigantic, huge, big screen TVs are coming down in price, but other things are like doubling in price. Yeah, it's really interesting, don't you think? Yeah. So anyway, let's see. Hey, Carlene, you got Pat in the house, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Jesse, good to see you, buddy. Get you up to speed on everything. uh, whoo! It is. Oh wow, it's been actually a good day. We have someone that's working with us on a couple different angles to get us some additional help for this write-in candidacy, which is pretty awesome. Not to mention the fact when I went out to the store, met some awesome people. So we'll get into that too. In the meantime, welcome to the Lion's Den. It's Q&A Wednesday. We answer all the questions here, and we don't hold back. This is the Lion's Den, as I said. I'm Paul Romero, the write-in candidate for Oregon governor, due to some circumstances beyond our control, but definitely due to circumstances that were illegal. That's right. Courtesy of the Secretary of State Elections Division and a bunch of recalled officers of the Constitution Party of Oregon. Gross, dismal failures of people by every stretch, oh, come on, what's the word I'm looking for? By every metric. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Hey, we got LD in the house and Mr. Barry. Hey, Shauna. One of my favorite people out there. A whole bunch of favorite people, actually. Golly, when it rains, it pours, right? Okay, so anyway, here we are. And, I keep running into something that people like to say. It's like their standard excuse. Oh, you're going to split the vote. No, we're not. And it just amazes me. So many people, they talk about things they really don't understand. Now, one thing they also say is that write-in candidates never win. Well, to be honest, they have won, just not here in the state. The key is this. You got to be at the right point. You got to be at the right point with the voter base and how it's split and where it is and how happy they all are with the existing people that are on the ballot. And so you got to point that out to them and let them know, listen, your vote could make a real difference for Oregon. Don't sell us out. You sell us out by picking somebody on that ballot. You save Oregon by writing in this name, Paul Romero for governor, Michael Stetler for U.S. Senate. These are the things you need to do. Then we got Thomas Zoll for Congressional District 4. And then we also have Caleb Abel for House District 1. So we have some good people, guys, but the voters are going to have to take a seriously active role in this effort. And all I can say is whoever you know, wherever you go for the next month and a half plus, I need you to be sharing the good word, right? You got to be letting them know who all these candidates are. If you can print out the forms that we sent, if you need me to send you an email with those flyers, I can do that. Excuse me. Like I said, this is the ground army. This is the We the People movement. The We the People, no party. We're fed up with the politicians. We want someone in there that's going to get the job done, do the work, have real solutions, not promises and fake things with no substance behind them. And, fundamentally, that's the big difference between them and myself. I know the issues and I have ideas on how to fix them, but it's not just one idea, one possibility. There's multiple. And in some cases, like the water issues, it's going to take multiple approaches to get us caught back up where we should be. And then to maintain it will be a lot easier. Not to mention we won't have anybody, cutting our hamstring while we're trying to actually do that. So that's a big deal too. And we got Mr. Wilson's in the house. Kim, hey, and Miss Jennifer, always good to see you. And oh, that's right, Rod Taylor. It's funny. Y'all need to understand something. Rod Taylor, Scott Brewster, Citizens Restoring Liberty, that whole movement has been dedicated 100% against Christine Drazan for months. And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because, see, they knew who she is. They know who she was. They know who she is. And she's just not acceptable to them in any way, shape, or form as a person to vote for. But then something changed. Yeah. And the thing is that we need a whole lot less of cream puff marshmallow. Well, there's things we could have done and the things we should have do. And I've listened to her as much as I can stand. She offers no real solutions. She's not creative that way. She's not strategic that way. And the whole time she spent in the legislature, she's just been playing catch up and go along to get along. That's not a leader. It certainly shouldn't have been the leader of the Republican caucus. Surely there was somebody in there with a little bit more meat on their bones to really ramp some things up. You know, some people have been complaining we don't have enough male testosterone. I got to admit, what is it about men in office that people are so averse to anymore? I don't understand that. Maybe they're just used to a lot of corrupt people, but the fact is we've had a whole lot of corrupt women in office too, right? Well, the big difference between them and me, number one, they're the politicians. I am not. We have run the leanest campaign of anybody out there, and we have definitely gotten the furthest. But fundamentally, it comes down to this. It comes down to knowing what the people want, knowing what we can do, what's in the boundaries of the Constitution, and then to actively engage that. That's it. And then the more people that know this, they go, you know what? That's what I want. I'm going to take the time to write his name in and make sure I get it right. That's what it's going to take. So that's why I ask every one of you all the time, keep going. Every day, be posting the memes, the write-in single page deals. I'm writing in Paul Romero for governor. I'm writing in Michael Stetler for U.S. Senate here in Oregon. If we want to truly make Oregon ours again, this is what it's going to take. Because the other people have no intention of righting the Oregon ship. Not one of them. So we just got to be proactive. Mr. Flanders sent me something in Messenger, huh? Okay, let's go see if I can find that real quick.
Everyone stop!
Oh, come on.
What? All right, let's see who we got in the audience.
Oh, come on. I hate it when it does that. Okay. Let's see what you got, Mr. Wilson. Okay. Okay. The non-affiliated voter is the not a member of a party. So, yeah, that's the one you want. Not a member of a party. That would be non-affiliated voter. So, yeah. I think what it is that non-affiliated, a lot of people don't quite understand what that meant. So not a member of a party is it just spelled out very plainly is all. So that's the one you want to click. Thank you for bringing that up there, Wilson. I appreciate it. Let's see. But yeah, and LD has been there with Citizens Restoring Liberty for this whole time. And you're right. He's been preaching election integrity and that the 2020 election was a total mess. And now he's endorsing Christine Drazan for governor. And what's really crazy is this. He got himself involved in the Constitution Party of Oregon's primary. She had no business doing, by the way, because he's not a member of the Constitution Party. He is a registered Republican. And as such, in him doing this, he showed his presence and he was supporting a false candidate, somebody who'd been a registered Republican, already voted in the Republican primary. Yes, you heard me. Already voted in the 2022 Republican primary, was registered as a write-in candidate for the Republican PCP for Precinct 19 here in Douglas County. And so basically, she's totally ineligible to even be a candidate for the Constitution Party, a nominee or anything. Didn't stop him. And Rod here supported that. So Rod, if you actually support election integrity, maybe you should actually support the law and election integrity. I know what you're fighting in Coos Bay and Coos County. I don't wish that on anybody. And to be quite honest, of the available candidates for that commissioner spot, I got to admit, guys, Rod is the best of all the evils. Unfortunately, I got to classify him in that the lesser of the evils category, which is unfortunate. but that's due to his involvement, his direct involvement in the Constitution Party's shenanigans. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's see. Thank you, Wilson. I appreciate that. And somehow, some way, like I said, we got a little over a month and 2-3 weeks to go. So we can do this. And with some additional help that I'm getting now, that's going to help immensely. And I can't wait to actually make a little bit of a campaign round around the state. So stand by for that. Let's see. And by the way, Christine Drazan has stated publicly for the record that Biden won fair and square the U.S. presidential race in 2020. Yeah, Christine Drazan, I think we can all safely say you're a ditzel Fritz. Yeah, because with all the evidence that has been presented, everything that's out there, I got a question, Christine Drazan. Why don't you ever show up to the Gathering of Eagles rally around the flag events? Oh, were you too busy for Fox News? For what was that segment? How many minutes long? Really? That's what it took you to do that. You couldn't do both, right? Yeah, the answer is yeah, you could. And the fact that you didn't show up, that tells me all I really need to know. You're not that person. You're not the right person, and you know it. You know that we all know your actual voting record. You know it. Yeah, I wouldn't show my face there either if I were you. Let's see what else we got. Commercials on TV. Hey, Barry, as soon as we have the funding for that, yes, we will. The good news is the video, the actual commercial itself, we can generate that literally for free. Okay, for free. All we got to do is pay for the airtime. And I got somebody that's actually setting that type of stuff up right now as we speak. Hey, Jolene, glad you made it. And that's something else, guys. And this is what LD's been doing, is basically getting the white markers that you get for window paint type deal and actually putting on your car, I'm voting write-in candidate Paul Romero for governor, and make sure you spell the name right, especially. And if you want to put on Michael Stetler or the other candidates, by all means, please do. But what happens is people ask, well, who's Paul Romero? And then you could give them the website. Make sure you give them the right website, Romero4Oregon.com. Okay? Not Paul Romero for Oregon, Romero4Oregon.com. And put that on your window too. You'd be amazed at how much attention you're going to get, because people are like, well, who is this guy for governor? We need to know. See, I don't have millions of dollars that everybody else has been wasting on TV commercials for the last how many months. This is where they waste their money. Okay? They spend it on a lot of commercials. Why? The worse you are as a candidate, the more commercials you have to have. That's the rule. Okay? So what we're going to do is this. As money comes in, we'll be putting out the bigger signs all over the state. Some billboards in Portland, Salem, and Eugene. And then also that follow-up with commercials. And if we get to the real funds, so we can actually send a nice little postcard in the mail 2 weeks before the election. It'll detail the write-in candidates and how they can save Oregon and what websites they can go to get information about the candidates. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. It's very straightforward. It's not complicated at all. And everybody can participate. Matter of fact, Tom and Giggs there in Coos Bay, Bandon, I guess, they actually have going out and having some big signs made, purchased so they can put them up on their own properties. And you can do that too, if you like to. So it saves us the hassle and the time and the funds, which is good. Let's see. Trolls are out in force, and I, to my credit, ignore them. The comments are done by very uneducated people, and I swear are getting paid to be a, yeah. I don't know which one you're talking about, Jolene, but I know that they're out there. And what's funny is this. Remember something. I've been contacted by a number of what I call kind of elevated in the party Republicans about getting out of this race and not being a write-in candidate because I'm going to split the vote. Okay, so here's the deal. Of the 100% of Republicans that actually voted in the primary election, 23% of them voted for Christine Drazan. That means 77% did not vote for Christine Drazan. They do not want to vote for Christine Drazan. So let them know you have somebody that you can vote for. He was a Republican, left the party for the simple fact that he knew the primaries were rigged. Okay? He knew it. And he even picked the person that was going to win that race too. All right. So you share that with them. You don't want to vote for Christine Drazan? Well, let me tell you what. There's literally the exact opposite of who she is running as a write-in candidate. His name's Paul Romero. Go find him. Go look at his stuff. Go read his contract with Oregon, and then call him. He'll answer your questions. He's not afraid to. That's how we do it. Does that mean I'm going to be on the phone a lot? Yeah, but I'm used to it. It's okay. Oh, awesome, Wilson. That's so cool. And that's right, Carly. We all know Biden lost. Biden knows it. Everybody knows he lost. And I have to admit, they're all probably wondering at what point is the jig going to be up? And at what point is a rain of fire going to fall on their heads, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see. And that's another thing. If you need copies or anything like that, let us know. Let us know where you're at, and we'll try to get somebody there that either has copies, can make copies. We just got to get things dispersed as far as possible. Like I said, guys, I need everybody, every soul we got, everybody you come in contact with. Hand them a handful. I talked to a gal that's working at one of the mills here in the area today, and she was so happy to meet me. She was like, wow. Yeah, can you give me a couple more of those? I gave her a couple stack of cards and gave her some of the little flyers with all the write-in information. And I told her, I said, that's my cell phone number. If you have any group of people wants to talk to me, want to do a Zoom call, you name it, I will do it. I'll do it at your convenience. You know, this is how you make yourself available to people. And that's how it goes. So one of the things I'm going to start doing, I think, is just posting up a Zoom call for like maybe Fridays, maybe a couple times a week, where it's just a standard same Zoom call. If you want to get in, come in, throw some questions. Yes, I'm expecting trolls to show up. That's okay. We will deal with them when they arrive, right? Yep. Treat them like a chew toy in the lion's den. Hey, Becky, good to see you. Hey, Stephen, representing Warrenton. And let's see. Made it one on the car. You do get Oregonians that travel. There you go. I'll put a magnet one on my car. That's cool, Carlene. And just let you know, I need to, you know, I set up this one for through Vistaprint, and it's actually it's not a magnet decal deal. It actually sticks to the car. You put soapy water on the car, and then you peel it and flatten it out and get all the bubbles out. And the nice thing about that one is, well, it can actually be peeled off the car. It won't hurt the car. And it works out pretty nice. So, and I may be able to make that file available. Let's see. What else we got? Handing out flowers to parents on Halloween night. Okay, yeah. So LD had this idea that on Halloween night, I don't know if you get a lot of trick-or-treaters. We really don't where we live. We get none, actually. And the idea is to have a flyer and even half a sheet flyer and drop it in the bag with whatever goodies you're going to hook them up with. And when they get home, it's like, well, what's that? I don't know. What is it? Surprise, Mom, Dad, you got something too. Hey, Larry, you got the care package. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Larry. And by the way, I am dying to get out to John Day. I really am. So let's start talking about maybe something in the next week or so. And I'll just make a trip out there. We'll hit a few locations all the way out to Ontario and Baker. And yeah, we could hit a few people out there. Probably best to do it on a weekend, but I can head out that direction at least on a Thursday or a Friday. Trolls on all of the gals running for governor. Well, you know what's funny is that the trolls, I don't think they qualify as trolls when they're talking details about the other candidates. Because why? They have the truth. They have the facts. They have their history, their voting history. They cannot argue against it. I've had people call me up and say, oh, no, that's not true. She didn't vote for the new Green Deal bill at all. No, not the new Green bill, but when they broke it up into 4 parts, she helped pass those. Yeah. So it's semantics at this point. The truth is, yes, in the end, she did support it. She also had a bad habit of going, okay, well, I'll vote for that if you do this. They didn't do this, but she still voted for that. Yeah, see, that's called gullible. In politics, If you don't have leverage, if you don't have a chip in the game, they're going to rob you blind every time. And Christine Drazan doesn't understand that. Okay, it's like sending a little kid into fight in the battle of the century. That doesn't work. So we need the right person in office to save Oregon. That's without a doubt. And I wish there was somebody else other than me. I do. And for me, what am I looking for? People better than me. It's true. They have to exist. Thing is, I found some great people, at least as good as me. Not a little bit better, probably. But they don't want to do it. They don't want to get involved. Got a real problem with that. See, I understand this, civil duty. It's even like jury duty, right? It's a civil obligation as a citizen of America to step up and help out in that regard. And I know a lot of people try to dodge it. I don't. I've been on a couple juries, and I've been turned away for a couple times. I got jury duty literally 2 weeks after I left California once. I had to send them back and say, I no longer live in California. Sorry. Next time. What else we got? Hey, Ron. Good to see you, buddy. And happy birthday. What is it? The big 3-2, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Good. Let's see. Big signs in Umatilla County for all three guys running for governor. Well, Jolene, like I said, as soon as I have them, I will get them out that direction. We'll get them all up over there. Okay. And I know the right guys, even in Central Oregon, who to call. And I got Mark Cosby here for a huge part of I-5 and other places. He knows all the locations to put signs and can actually help me out with that. And I look forward to actually helping him out a bit with that. Go on YouTube, all the new videos with debates and commercials. Oh, that's another thing. Now, remember the big debate early August with the other three candidates, right? Okay. So Rogue Splice, he basically went through the whole thing. He got all the questions. And what he did was he interviewed me. He gave me 3 minutes to introduce myself. He asked me each question. I got the same amount of time to answer. Okay. And then he gave me a 3-minute summation, just like they had. And then what he did is he spliced all of that into the existing full-length video. So when you watch it, you get to experience their answers and you get to see mine. Now, the first time I watched that thing, I only watched the first 10, 15 minutes of it with all the gals speaking. And I was just like, oh, dear God. Okay, they are so off base with their responses and their everything. So I was like, okay, I'm not even going to watch any more of it. So I didn't. I got other things to do. So now what I hope all of you do is actually take the time to watch that. And well, I'd like to get some feedback on it for myself. Okay. So if you take the time to watch it, I would like some constructive feedback. And even if it's bad, oh, you said this, you probably meant to say this. I mean, whatever it is, I'd be happy to hear it. Okay. But I'm pretty confident I nailed it down with my time frame that I had. When you get limited to 90 seconds, it goes pretty fast. But to me, it makes it easier, especially if you already have the answer. I'll get halfway through the question and go, I know where I'm at. Okay, bring it. And make that kind of nice. See, so many people don't want to vote for these people. Yes, listen, I spoke with 8 people today when I was at the store. 4 people at Sherm's, 4 people at Walmart while I was doing my shopping. And all of them accepted business cards. All of them accepted the little flyer. And all of them said they're going to write me in, and they're telling everybody they know. Guys, listen, you can do this. And you don't need to go stand in front of the store and bug people. Literally, as you just go through your day and you're just buying your groceries or whatever you're doing or getting gas, talk to the gas station attendant. Say, did you know there's an actual write-in candidate for governor that could help save Oregon for real? Here he is. Here's his information. Put this on your refrigerator. And make sure when you get your ballot, you pair them up and you go to town. We need to spell it out for people like that easily, that simply. And the more people we reach out to and come in contact with, the better. So for me, I know, gosh, I can, depending on where I'm at, what I'm doing, I can contact anywhere from 8 people in a matter of an hour, or it could be 100 people in the same time frame. So just be ready. And if, always carry a pen. So they need to write something down on their receipt that they have. There you go. Whatever it takes, get them the website, get them a phone number, give them the name. And that way they can make a call themselves. Say, hello, is this Paul Romero? Yes, it is. Well, I have a question for you. Well, I'm going to have an answer, so bring it. So they bring their question, you give them the answer, you talk to them a little bit, find out who they are, and ask them what other issues were they most concerned about, which we pretty much all know. And then they tell me, and then I let them know what my solutions are for that given deal. With farmers, ranchers, what have you, it's water. It's water. But the thing I got to warn people about, and this is huge, because in that video you're going to watch, that redone, respliced debate, is I get to ask a question of all the other candidates. And the question is this. You all claim that you're not going to change the tax structure at all from where it is right now. Okay? You've all stated this publicly. Okay. I got a problem with that, but you did. You need to lower it. You need to reduce taxes and fees and what have you, but you're not going to change it. But the fact is that even right now, there's secret groups in the legislature discussing basically what they call it's a socialist healthcare program for all of Oregon. Now, we know that this didn't work in Obamacare. Obamacare took care of, 11 million people? What about the other 350 million? Oh, yeah, that's right. A lot of them already had insurance plans and coverage, and all that went right out the window. Insurance companies took the money and ran, at least for a while. So here in Oregon, their goal is this. They're going to basically take away private insurance. You're going to be forced into the socialized medicine of Oregon. That's right. Oh, and then how do you repay for it? Oh, you knew that was coming. More income tax. That's right. They're talking about upwards up to 15% more of your income to be taxed. Yeah. No, this is not good, guys. You can't afford the food in the Walmart or anything else you might need. And then there's medications. Oh, yeah. Let's just tax you even more for medical whatever, that you're probably not going to get what you deserve or what you need, what you want. And it makes it all even more expensive. See, Obamacare didn't reduce the cost of care. It grossly inflated it. It is the Democrat way. I should say left Democrat way. Because there's a bunch of JFK Democrats out there that are good, decent people. They believe in conservatism. They believe in the Constitution. But unfortunately, they've been taken for a ride. They're waking up. They're figuring it out. But you got to give them a chance too, guys. So all these gals insist they're going to leave taxes alone. But with this secret deal, is going to tax every one of us into oblivion. And that doesn't even count the toll roads they're coming up with. So all this money they keep collecting for the DOT and road infrastructure and what have you, it doesn't go there. It goes anywhere but where it's intended to go. One of the things I'm going to be remedying as governor. I can do that. This is the issues we run into. They say, oh, we need just 1 penny a gallon of gas so that we can take care of our roads. And then they generate all that money. And they go, ooh, all this money. And then they slide it into where they want it to go, not where they said they were going to send it. That is the great magic of the general fund. Every penny that goes in miraculously gets rinsed and cleaned and repeated until it's good to go. And then they pull it out and send it to wherever they want. And we all get to pay for it. And it never pays for what they tell us. It's a big issue. But definitely check out the videos on Lady Jenkins and do me a favor, LD, put a link in here if you can. That way everybody kind of go to it nice and easy, and make sure you want to subscribe to that channel and hit the bell so you get notified when there's new ones up there. Now, the thing I'm asking everybody to do, and whether I do the memes, the single page picture memes for the three evils, her triplets, whatever it is you want, we'll send it to you. And then the biggest thing is to take it every day. You got a Twitter account, post them every day in your Twitter account. All these things every day. Get them out there. Drop them in the comment section. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm writing in Paul Romero for governor in Oregon. I'm writing in Michael Stetler for U.S. Senate here in Oregon. These are the guys that actually represent us and do the right things while they're in office. These are the guys who are going to actually help things, not make them worse. And you just got to we all have to do it. I do it. I'm asking all of you to do it. Red October is coming. Yes, no question about it. And to me, red pretty much means conservative at this point in time. It also means the Constitution. That's how I see it. So done with the movie. We need President Trump back. Let me tell you what, Becky, I agree. I think we're all fed up with this, and we things expect something on something serious, possibly in eastern Idaho. I saw, and I really have no idea what the veracity is of what they're suggesting may happen. But all I can say is that if we end up with a nuclear blast in the middle of our country, we're there. Now, who could sneak in a nuclear warhead into America and then place it, right? The streams just dropped. I'm not sure which one it is. But I have no idea. Actually, no, I do have a couple suggestions. So we had the Chinese Communist Party that basically had owned our deepwater port in Long Beach, California, and they were bringing ships in as fast as they could, right? So fast, it was efficient. It was like a dance, perfectly choreographed. And all kinds of things got through that port that we don't have a clue what was there. Yeah. And when Trump got in office, he shut that down. Oh, big time. It was the right thing to do and took it back. Also the right thing to do. The fact that Obama pretty much gave it away to China was ridiculous. To me, that was an act of treason. And so now there's Portland. Yeah. China's got their eyeballs on that in a big, bad way. And do you think the three ladies, Tina Kotek, Betsy Johnson, Christine Drazan, who all support the Oregon-China Council, are going to be tough on China? No. I will be, though, without a question. Those guys are going to be scared to death of me, and I'm pretty sure they're going to probably try to take me out. Yeah, that kind of comes with the territory because I'm going to shut them down. And the thing is, with all that they're buying up here in Oregon, I have to wonder how much of the, $250 million plus PERS money that Kate Brown and them gave to China to manage and invest. They've already lost money hand over fist from PERS, from poor management. But how much more do you think they're going to lose? But the worst part is, in a way that, like I said, they're financing somebody else coming to buy us out. And then we're all gone, and then they just keep everything they have. Everything. See? It doesn't make any sense. It's called sellouts. The people that are literally selling us out. And all three of those fall into that category. And remember, you guys know plenty enough about Donna Smith. So if somebody even, well, what about her? Not no, but heck no. She's, there's a long list of issues there. And I'm patiently waiting a couple more days for the military records. So I get to basically confirm to all of you exactly what her service record is and what it is, what she's claimed it is, that we know it's not. What she claims is a lie. There's a whole bunch of lies about that whole mess. There is a truth. She doesn't want it to come out, and that's why she refuses to show her DD-214, her only one DD-214. Awesome, Jesse. Okay, we'll have to. Well, you're not too far away, so I have to figure out a day I can meet you, or you can swing by here, whatever you want to do. Let me know. Hey, Dale, good to see you, buddy. Thank you, James. And like I said, keep posting it every day. You have a good friend of yours and say, hey, do me a favor. This is the I'm sending you that. Boom. This is what it looks like. This is what I want you to do. Consider it, and then share it with everybody you know, because we cannot afford any of these other clowns that are on the ballot. Posters of what you're running on would help. I printed out the things that Betsy and Christine voted on, then what you support to give to my brother and a few friends. Okay. Laura Newton. Okay. We have the contract with Oregon, and I have an updated version. I'm going to put it public tomorrow. Okay. So sometime tomorrow we'll have it out. And it's just Oregon. The best thing you can do, Laura, is just send them to the website. And when they get to the website, just click the contract with Oregon button. That's all they got to do. Click that. And then they can read it themselves. And so far, all the feedback I get, people are like, you do half of this, you have my vote. Well, I got plans to do all of it. Okay? I wouldn't put it on there if I wasn't serious about it. We're adding to that, really, to really call our shot. I want voters to know we know the real issues, we have real solutions, and we're going to address all of them, not just the top three. I hate that. So what are the top three issues you're going to deal with? No, there's not. There may be a top three kind of, but the fact is they're all that important. So from human and child trafficking, right, to reducing the tax burden on the voters, these are all important things. Doing a full audit and rebuild of our budget, to do a complete shutdown of the general fund and get that under wraps. This is how we save money. This is how we fix this state. This is how we unburden the voters. See, to be a governor, you have to have, you're fiduciarily responsible. That means your goal is to just spend every dime that comes in the door. Okay? It's to spend it as meagerly as you can. Get the best bang for your buck, but recognize the fact that, you know what, we shouldn't be doing this. Oh, this is catering to one little group of one segment of 1% of the population. Why are we funding this? Does this affect and help all the other Oregonians in the state? No. Therefore, no. Gone. All these special interest groups, say goodbye. We know they've been funneling money to all of them, right? Remember Oregon Wild? Yeah, they're not going to be so wild when I'm done with them. They're going to be quite tame. Let's see. But yeah, the contract with Oregon is your best bet. If you go online to the website, romerofororegon.com, you can call that up. You can pretty much grab it, cut it, paste it into a file, and print it out and hand it to them. All the big malls in Oregon, they hand out flyers. I'm going to go, yeah, you know what? I want to do that myself. But it's always fun to do that stuff in a group of people. 2, 3, 4, 5 people is awesome. And basically just going around and just hand it and say, hey, this is something you need to know. If you want to help save Oregon, here is our best shot. And, well, who is he? Well, he'd be on the ballot, except for the Secretary of State violated a number of civil rights violations against him and other candidates, and also had a bias towards that party and what was going on in it. So they didn't play by the laws. They didn't play by the rules. So we're stuck having to do this. And the goal has been strictly to keep me off the ballot. It's just made it that much more difficult for us. But here's the thing. Oregon's in this transitional phase, this total tipping point. We're totally tipped over, and it's just about to go. Problem is, it doesn't actually know where to go yet. And we have to enlighten them. We have to help them out. So keep that in mind. Yes, Laura, media coverage is critical. And here's the dilemma. We won a complaint through the Secretary of State regarding Constitution Party officers. They violated 2 Oregon statutes. They were caught. They literally convicted themselves because they weren't that bright. And, well, the only paper, we sent it to every paper in Oregon, all of them. Only one reported it. It was just a little piece of article that's long, that wide, about secret meetings of the Constitution Party of Oregon, and that what had happened basically in a nutshell. And it was the Oregonian. It's the only one that reported it. No follow-ups. I'm actually trying to get a hold of that reporter to say, you're a reporter, right? Do you actually report the news or just what they tell you? Because if it's just what they tell you, then I'm wasting my breath. But if you're a real reporter and you want to get some good stuff out there, let me tell you what, I got the evidence, I got the facts, I got the hard stuff. And so with media, again, Lars Larson, he knows I'm ready to talk. Not a peep, not from his producer, not from anybody. So we're going out to everything from, MXM News, Newsmax, everybody we can get our hands on, and all the different connections that we have through other people. Everybody is working to make some things happen. So stand by. We're also working in other states where conservative news agencies are reporting conservative candidates, and to see if we can't get them to do it. And then maybe that might bleed over into Oregon. So, let's see. Will the communist swampy creatures attempt to harm your write-in campaign? Good question. I don't know how they can. Here's what they're going to tell people. Well, write-in campaigns never succeed. Your vote won't be counted. Okay, that's what they're going to tell them. Well, number one, it's not true. Write-in candidacies do happen. They do work. And because we're in the situation here in Oregon, Christine Drazan, I'm telling you what, she's going to get less than that 23% she got this last time in the primary. Okay? She's going to get less. Because I'm going to take some of those voters too. And I'm going to take all the ones that didn't want to vote for her. And then the goal is to get enough of those NAVs, puts us over that 50% mark, we win. Hands down, decidedly. And as for Tina Kotek, she's going to carry, her and Betsy are going to actually have the same one-digit approval rating as Kate Brown had. And once people figure out that Drazan falls in the same category, she's going the same route. And if they all get, say, 10%, that's 30. That leaves the rest for all of us. This can be won. It just takes communicating. Grassroots communication. And when people take the time to write a name in on a ballot, that's huge. Okay, I got a connection that dropped for a second. Now it's back. Well, not quite back. And I'm not sure which one it dropped. Okay, now it's back. All right. So that's how that's going to go. Harvest Festival's coming up. Good idea to hand out cards and flyers. There you go. So I got more cards already ordered. I can print out flyers and send them to people. So let me know if I need to do that. Let's see. It's right about the plane. Wish we had a great man in Minnesota. What plane are we talking about there, Becky? I'm trying to remember. Let me know about the plane you're talking about. They know nothing about the voting records until I say something. Wow, are they trying to defend them? Yeah, let me tell you what. With voting records and how it works is that once they take in all the votes, they come and say, okay, we have 50% write-in ballots, and then the other 50% split up between. Okay, well, we have to go look at the write-in names. They don't even really look at the names until they have to go back to them. Wow, we had more write-in ballots than we had for any one person. Therefore, we go to the write-in ballots. Then they have to hand count them. You can't run them through the tally machine for that. They have to then check them. Some people might write in Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. Oh, yeah, or themselves. It happens all the time. But for those that have Paul Romero, that's Paul Romero. And after they check those, it comes out, hey, 45 of the 50% was Paul Romero. 45% is more than all three candidates. Therefore, Paul Romero wins. That's literally how it goes down. Okay. It was funny was there's a gentleman who had recommended to me way back when. He said, you should consider just doing a write-in candidacy right from the get-go. And I was like, I don't know about that one. My concern was I really wanted to be in the voter's guide because sometimes that's all people see. And my voter's guide statement was awesome. Okay. And the first thing it said, please, if you do anything, please go to my website and read the contract with Oregon. They didn't want that in there. No, of course they didn't. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm coming for them too. There you go. Get it to the church on time. There you go. Hey, Carol. Better late than never. Hey, you got Mr. Green's in the house. Yeah. Well, Carol, listen, this is a chance for you to talk to them and enlighten them. I mean, one thing I'm learning is that every time I start talking to one person at Walmart, whoever's passing by is listening in, and then they're like, "Can I get your card too?" It's like, "Yeah, do you have a question?" And they're like, "Yeah, well, how do we talk to you? Who do we get?" That's my number. Have people call me. If you have a group of people that want to get me on a Zoom call, you just give me the email addresses. I'll send the Zoom call. We'll do it. We'll make it happen. And they're like, "Oh, really?" "Yeah, really." Man, that's so cool, Becky. So I got a whole lot of people in Minnesota that are listening and like the show. Wow, that's so cool. Thank you. The crazy part is these lives I used to do. Oh my God, in the beginning, I remember the first time I hit 160,000 views on my live. I was stunned. The thing that really freaked me out though was on that particular one. My wife says, "Hey, you broke 60,000 views on that." I'm like, "Really? Like Oregon views?" They said, no, it's like worldwide. I'm thinking, why would somebody in Bulgaria be watching my lives, or in Australia or Tasmania? I don't get it. I didn't really understand. I'm a candidate for Oregon, right? So anyway, and someone said, "Yeah, but hey, John, guess what? I've got over 60 views." He goes, "Oh no, Dad, you're actually over 95,000 now." I didn't know my son was following my stuff. That was really cool. And then you can imagine what it was like with, "Dad, you broke over 150,000 on that one." And like, I'm still stunned. And then of course, after a little bit, things were just cranking off. And then Facebook went, whoom. Yeah. They killed me in the algorithms. That's right. So now we have to fight tooth and nail for everyone. That's why, when you find people, send them to the Paul Romero for Oregon Governor Facebook page and get them to like it and to subscribe, hit the bell notifications, the whole 9 yards. We also have Rumble. We're also on YouTube. And every time I try to do Telegram, it doesn't quite work. So we're still trying to iron out those bugs. Ex-son-in-law taxed for not having insurance after he lost his job. It was on an unemployment. See, that's just wrong beyond belief. It's bad enough to tax you once on your income, right? And then all the other money you have that it's already been taxed, they tax you again. And then they tax you again. And then they tax you until you realize that, wait a minute, something's wrong. And then you maybe remember to vote differently next time. But with car insurance, I'm telling you now, guys, heads up on this. Even our insurance, I was talking about this maybe a month ago. I couldn't believe what our renewal rate was. Now, recently, Shauna, she reported that for Washington, Multnomah, and Clackamas County, they all have to pay $60 more in registration fees per month. Per year at the DMV when you go to renew your tags or order new plates. So the question is, why do we need tolls on I-5 and 205 when the fact is they keep raking in all this extra money? What is it for? Is it for all the PERS money they've lost, mismanaged, right? Are they paying people to DMV like they're paying the temporary interim deputy director $7,000 a month? Yeah, I think we all would like that job. Yeah. There's a whole lot of wrong going on. And the thing is, all these candidates say they're going to leave it as it is. The fact is, it is being ramped up. This year, if they were smart, they would be doing the exact opposite. But they've been trying to hide these things. So you just kind of trip over them one at a time. They're not blasting this out over the airwaves for sure. So that basically you don't realize that they've already jacked up your taxes even before this cycle's over. That's what they're doing. No matter who gets an offer, if they're not going to change anything, they've already told you that means whatever you get to keep. They're going to say, "Well, I didn't do it. It wasn't me." Wait a minute. You all knew about this going in. There's any of those three people did not know Obamacare for all of Oregon again. This is going to be a debacle. And it needs to be shut down quick, fast, and in a hurry. But you can't really afford insurance on unemployment. That's a joke. And the idea that they're going to penalize you for not having the insurance is a bigger joke. The only thing that saves myself and my wife is the fact that I'm a veteran. I'm with the VA. So I don't have to worry about that. And we're struggling ourselves, guys. You know, I look at the food bill we've had. Our grocery bill is doubled and we're actually buying less food. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Yet big screen TVs are going down in price. What happened to the inflation on those things, right? So on Social Security and penalized for no insurance. That, Jolene, is insane and criminal. You know, if you're on a controlled income and your property tax doesn't go up, but your property value gets increased 3% every year, regardless of its appreciation in price. And that allows them to collect more money, even with that set property tax rate. It literally prices people right out of their homes, because here's the thing. If their controlled income doesn't cover their taxes, then they lose their home for taxes. They may own the home free and clear, but the taxes force them out of it. Okay? And when that happens, let me tell you what. This is beyond a travesty. This to me is a crime committed by the state of Oregon. This should never happen, ever. As governor, day one, if you're 60 or over, when I get into office, yeah, I'm going to be doing that executive order to shut down that 3% increase automatically and the property tax for all 60 and older retirees. Why? Because you shouldn't be paying that. And if you do have an outstanding balance, guess what? It's going to go away too. This needs to happen. The goal will be over that first year that everybody's property taxes will just come to an end. Okay? That is a goal. We're going to make this happen. We're going to put so much pressure on the legislature. Those guys, they won't know which end is up. But it's going to take all of you. See, these decisions aren't really to be made by just me or one person. They may be the right things to do, but I still need the people to back it up. And you got to put the fear of God into your representatives. Truly. You know, if they say, well, tough tooties to you, well, that's when you go, okay. Fortunately, we got this recall petition we started a week ago. And with your statement right there, we'll get the rest of the signatures we need and you are gone. By the way, whenever you recall somebody, you better have someone else that's ready to step into that role. Special election, however we got to do it, but it needs to happen. And you got to learn and know about your candidates. But personally, I'm going to take a decent educated person that's established, that can actually, that wants to fix something, do the right thing, and actually represent their people. If you find that person, you got to get them going. If they're a retiree, that's right. Let me tell you what, old school, it's great school. Trust me on that one. DMV added charges. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's how it goes. All right. Hey, Bill. Oh, thank you so much. Let's see. I thought I had you in there, but I'm going to write that down. Tattoo Man 1 at Hotmail. Okay, I'll get that to you as soon as I get off the air here. Yeah, Facebook, it was telling me that my connection for Facebook was dropping in and out. So it looks like it's up now. The Beacon, bet they would publish it for you. You know what? I'm going to go give them a try. Okay. I don't know what it is. David Jakes just doesn't like me or something. I don't know what the deal is. I've never done anything to him. That's for sure. And Lars, hey, give Lars a press. Say, why aren't you talking to Paul Romero? The one guy that actually has real solutions for Oregon. You know, the one guy that's been fighting Secretary of State and got exposed a whole bunch of stuff and has them on camera lying and violating the civil rights of 2 candidates. Oh, yeah. Got all the evidence I need for that. I go to court with that, we win. It's that simple. Problem is, I need a hungry attorney out there that is ready for a little bit of a attorney fee, blue sky. Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah. Well, like I said, one thing I'm learning is that sometimes these people just take a personal deal against people. Um, uh, it's like Rob Taylor, right? Same type of deal. It's a personal thing. But Rod Taylor, what I found out is now Rod Taylor's made a personal deal too. I really don't know what it is. But the fact is, Rod Taylor and Rob Taylor, there's a connection there. Rob Taylor, my understanding, used to work for Rod Taylor, but they don't talk about that. If anybody knows, I'd love to hear it. Timber Unity's upset with Tina for calling them white nationalists. Well, Jennifer, do me a favor. Anybody who's connected with Timber Unity or Henri, have them give me a call. Seriously, I've been bugging them. There's one gal, Hamaker. Is it Jennifer or Tammy or Jenny Hamaker or something? She was doing an interview with Christine Drazen. Oh, God. That was very hard to listen to. It was fluff, 100% fluff. And the gal that was interviewing her was just taking it hook, line, and sinker. And I'm like, come on, let's use a little critical thinking and let's give them some really serious questions. No, it didn't come. So I heard a whole lot of excuses. Yeah. And some half-truths and things like that. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, so anybody who has connection with Timber Unity said, listen, you guys need to go talk to Paul Romero. This guy has a way better plan of getting your industry fully up and running in the state. And it's 100% legit. And the best part is, as governor, I can do it like that. County commissioners, at least 2 in each county, can do it on their own. However, as governor, we can do it for the entire state. Quick and easy. You got it, Tammy. So you're in Roseburg, I take it. So tell you what, if you instant message me a phone number or something, what I can do is I can print out some copies for you and deliver them. Do you need the junior added to your name? No. Jolene, all you got to do, Paul Romero is the only part we need written in. Okay? Paul Romero, they know who Paul Romero is. It's not like we have a billion of them here. Although there's a whole lot of Paul Romeros in Louisiana. Yeah. Carol, like some more business cards and flyers? I'll put one in Shemaya's mailbox. Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, with a little note. No, don't. It's not actual mail, so don't use her mailbox. You'll get in trouble for that. Thank you, Stephen. See, yep, and that information is correct. And the better email to use for me, to be honest, is Romero, the number 4, Oregon. And I'll type that in down here real quick. Let's see. 4 Oregon at Gmail. Let's see. Let's see. And I'll pass out your cards everywhere. If you send me something, you got it, Bill. Oh man, yeah. Listen, the Mean Girls. Here's my question: what have the Mean Girls done for Oregon? Are they running for office? Are they trying to fix their school board? What are they doing? Right? Apparently, there are a bunch of massage therapists, ex-stripper, and Reiki people. That's a group of them. By the way, that's not bad stuff. Massage therapy, Reiki, that works for some people. But I don't think I'd want that gal working on me with Reiki because there's a lot of negative, bad energy there, and that doesn't work. Migros got to them. Well, it's time to get back to them. It's amazing. See, my thing is I always ask people, listen, so what happens for you is that when you get one side of the story, you automatically believe that, and you don't even bother with the other side of the story. Is that how I understand what you do? Well, no. Well, that's what you're doing here. Well, I just believe them. Well, and you believe them based on what? What is the factual evidence that they provided to you? Did they provide you any factual evidence? Any verifiable evidence? Anything at all? The answer is no, because there is none. Okay. So that's kind of how you put it to them. It's like, okay, you know what? You're Christian. Ooh, it's not good. Judge not, lest ye be judged. You better judge righteously if you're going to do that judging stuff. Let me tell you what. So you better get both sides of the story. before you pass your judgment. Let's see. Okay, Springfield, Oregon. 949 R. Oh, it's R Street, and that's Springfield. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna have to give him a call. They're the same talking points with no substance. That's right, Dean. I'm telling you what, it's like they're all on the same script. It's all it's like they're literally making a three-way toss-up, and then one of them is just going to miraculously win, which is probably going to be Tina Kotek because it's going to be rigged for her to win. She's the one that's job shadowing Kate Brown, and I don't see Kate Brown offering that to Betsy, Christine, myself, or anybody else. Yeah, that's not very fair, is it? Yeah, hey, no problem, Bill. So I got you, but 949 R Street, Springfield, Oregon, 97477. And I got your email as well. So I'm going to send you some stuff via email, and I'll send you some printed out copies in the mail. Okay. So anybody else got any questions for me? There's just been a lot of topics, and my biggest thing is for people to challenge the candidates. And that includes me, by the way. I want to be challenged. If there's something I'm missing or something I'm not paying attention to, don't quite know or understand, I need that knowledge. I need to hear about it. Okay, cool, Bill. Excellent. Let's see. There's been quite a few things I've been posting. Oh, 2 years ago, we had a bunch of arsonists run around Oregon setting fires for about 2 weeks. And that was the same 2 weeks that all the Antifa and BLM people left Portland. They were gone for 2 weeks, and then they all returned miraculously. Yeah. So what happens? So Oregon arrests up there in Mount Tabor, Portland. So 2 Portland teens, 18 years old, were caught apparently with evidence setting fires, about 3 dozen fires around Mount Tabor. Yeah, these 2 little punks, I'm going to bet you money they're part of Antifa, number 1. Number 2, I'm also betting money they need to taste their own blood as punishment. Yeah. These 2 little punks, and the fact that they let them off, and what the judge said, and this is enough to set us all off, I think. Basically, they made their first appearance in court during an arraignment at the Multnomah County Justice Center after they were arrested Sunday on 9 counts of first or second degree arson each. And they were released without bail Monday after prosecutors, what a joke, said that their crimes weren't violent or threatening physical harm. So these prosecutors, what I've learned, are a bunch of jello heads. Okay. They lack, a fully functioning brain. Because see, here's the thing. When fires like this start up, and they get going and they take off and now they can't be stopped, they burn down homes. They put people at risk. People die all the time in these fires that are mishandled, that are not put out. They're allowed to burn. Happens all the time. So here's 2 little punks literally are guilty of attempted murder. And the prosecutors argue that their crimes weren't violent. Oh, setting a fire is not violent. Yeah, right. Well, what do they do with an actual firebug and arsonist? So the prosecutors are the enemy too. But I think we already knew that. What I want to know is what the other side has to say about this. Were they even in that courtroom? Yeah, it's all fun and games until your house gets burned down by a couple of arsonists. Oh, and by the way, the name of these 2 arsonists, one of them is Samuel Perkins, and the other one is Malik Harris, H-E-R-E-S, or Malik Hares. Both are 18 years old. And I say, prison. They'll be really popular. And they probably get what they deserve. So there'll be a bit more justice in that regard than elsewhere. But fundamentally, charged in an arson spree. Over 3 dozen fires started. Oh man, I feel like we're all taking stupid pills. And then let's see what else we got. Oh, there's a gentleman talking about his car insurance again here in Oregon, and apparently his insurance went up a huge chunk. No accidents, no tickets, no nothing. And he went to his insurance company and said, "Whoa, wait a minute, why are you jacking up my insurance like this?" He said, "Well, no, it's a new fee that Oregon is charging. So it's not just the DMV, it's also your insurance companies, guys. So my question is this: they said, what did they do? Hey, insurance company, okay, we want you to jack up the fees, $60 or $160 a month, and you'll get to keep half of it. The other half you give to us. What's the deal, right? We need to go find out what that deal is. So one of my trips today, this week, will be going to one of my friends with one of the local car insurance companies and to go find out more details about how that works, because I'm certain I can get to the bottom of that. And like I said, keep posting the different TikTok videos we have and the memes we have. Just keep educating Oregon, guys. We have to do this. What else we got going on? Let's see. Oh, remember we were talking about the John Birch Society. What's really just amazing is that there's a gentleman that helped get that whole thing going way back in the beginning, and he was going on about all these conspiracies that those are just conspiracy theories. There's no truth to them at all. Guess what? There's truth to all of them. Every last one of them was not a theory. It ended up all being conspiracies, actual legitimate conspiracies. And even today, Wikipedia states that there are conspiracy theories they talked about. No. If you go back and hit every single one, Louder with Crowder, oh man, he's tagged those hard. Here was the conspiracy theory. Oh, no, it's conspiracy. It was real. Happens way more than we'd like it to. But again, we're in need of new conspiracy theories, because all our conspiracy theories are now actual conspiracies. So what else do we have to do, right? Our biggest thing now is waiting for Trump to come back, waiting for something to happen, and they keep telling, it's imminent. It's within 10 days. We have heard that for so long. It's like listening to the kid that cries wolf 100 times till finally everybody gets eaten by the wolf, right? That's kind of how it feels like. Edward Renfro, if you guys, anybody sees him or talks to him, say, hey, Eddie, here's a suggestion. You don't stand a snowball's chance in hell to win your race against Virgil Osborne. So my question is, why are you not working on promoting yourself and your campaign? Do you already know you're going to lose? So that you're just going to keep trying to attack Paul Romero? Really? Yeah. It doesn't help you, dude. It doesn't. And Rod Taylor, oh gosh. Let's see if I can find you some things here. Hold on a second. Yeah. I told you guys, listen, transparency is my deal. Just tell and share the truth, right? Let's see, where do we go? There you are. Oh. So here's Rod Taylor. His claim was that he didn't feel that he felt all my issues, all my solutions, that he was good, he was golden on all of that, but he didn't feel that I was gubernatorial enough. Why? Because I tell you what, because I have no problem punching somebody in the metaphorically in the face if they're doing something wrong. I don't have a problem with that. If I'm doing something wrong, I want to know about it. But anyway, he made a comment. Nice email trick today. Go away, Paul, and take your amateur hour toys with you. Yeah. I believed in you, man. You know what? I believed in you too until you started pushing Christine Drazan. That tells me you're fully compromised. It tells me you're fully going all in with the Good Old Boys Club. So to be honest, you were only a better candidate in Coos County by a gnat's ass. Yeah, you're compromised. That's how it is. So by the way, Rod Taylor, if you want to keep pinging on me, really, go ahead. It's at your own detriment, not mine. Oh, by the way, Rod Taylor actually did donate $5,000 to my campaign. He was by far the largest single donor of my campaign. And in my campaign, we're probably up to about $17,000 total so far. So it has been a very lean campaign. Now, it doesn't count the funds that I've put in or the efforts I put in that I didn't put a dollar figure to, which is my prerogative. So what else we got? It's about almost 7:30. Wow, went up $60 a month. Only had one ticket ever. Yeah, see, Bill, this is what's going on. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Ron Wyden. Well, here's the good news, guys. You got Michael Stetler to write in, and I'm telling you now, Michael Stetler is an excellent candidate for U.S. Senate. He really is. If you read his actual candidate statement, which I do have, you're going to be impressed. The guy is on target for his job in the U.S. Senate. He can handle this. Okay, he'll do a good job for us, and we won't have to worry about him joining the good old boy club. And LD has a new Facebook picture showing Paul Romero for Oregon governor. Does anyone else want the picture to use it as a profile picture? It helps a lot. Yeah, like I said, everything we all can do, everybody we talk to, it all matters. Guys, there's a whole lot of historic firsts that we can do here in Oregon, okay, to save Oregon. Besides a write-in candidate, just the grassroots campaign itself. When the people get involved themselves directly, even in a small capacity, it just grows into something way bigger than that one person. And we have a chance to show that even a governor's race can be won with way less than $1 million or $4 million, or with Kate Brown spent, I think it was like $15 million when she won the last time. Yeah. Insane. Now, what's crazy is if you look at the actual numbers, that $15 million is split kind of three ways, with Tina Kotek, I think, getting the least. But this tells you something. So even the financial supporters out there are very conflicted, and that is good for us. The difference is this. We have the voters. We just have to inform the voters. So that's the mission. Get them all. Governor Paul Romero, write this in on your ballot when you get it in October. Guess we'll get them in October. Oh, at least they have cool toys. Yeah, all our toys. Oh, yeah. Rod Taylor didn't like the fact that we called him out on his violation of his own patriotic moral code, because obviously it's for shit. In a word, excuse me. Let's see. So what else? Anybody else have any other questions I might be able to answer for you right now before we cut it off? But I'll tell you what, with the gentleman I spoke with today, we may get some interesting assistants. They're all like going, oh my gosh, yes, this would be a great, wow, this candidate should have been our candidate, that type of thing. And so, yeah, we'll see how this goes. But never give up, never surrender. We got till November 10th to pull out the stops, do whatever it is we can. And like I said, this is a team effort. This is Team Oregon effort right now. All right, guys. Well, with that, we're going to sign off. Thank you for being here. Please share, spread the wealth with the links on the YouTube, the memes that we have on the Lion's Den and the Paul Romero for Oregon Governor and Telegram. You can also check out Rumble, spread that around a bit more. We just got to get it seen by more and more people. That's all we have to do here in Oregon. And we're going to start doing some promotional stuff through Facebook with some of the things we have there and see how that goes. We have a new page on Facebook, and I'm trying to remember the name of it offhand. I think it's a write-in candidate. Come on, let me get it real quick. Get back to where I need to be. And that's going to be, come on. There it is. Oregon Governor Write-In is the name of the page. Oregon Governor Write-In. And That's where you'll find me and all the videos and the memes and everything. So that's what's been worked on, and it's being managed by somebody. So that's great. So you'll be able to find stuff there. So Oregon Governor, write in, and here, I'll even put the link over here. I don't know if that's how you get in, but we'll stick it over here anyway. See if that works for you. Okay. And there's the bell. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. We have this. We have this. We have all the time we need. And when Kurt called me and said, no problem, we can do this, that just fueled the fire even more. So never give up, never surrender. That's the other guy's problem. And as they see us coming, they are afraid of us. Remember that. They're afraid of every one of us, and especially when we all come together. That's what we got to do. So anyway, God bless every one of you. Good night. Sleep